Well, welcome to Tesla Electron. Keith here. So I'm just doing a quick video here on my delivery pickup from Tesla in Alexandria in Sydney, and it was very fast. I was probably only there 20 minutes or so. I went in through the front door, walked down the row of Tesla vehicles. Thank you for accelerating the world's transition to sustainable energy. Yes, no worries, Elon. And we walked down to right down to the far end, and my vehicle wasn't there, so I had to wait some time, and then it came. Fantastic. My very own Tesla. It was absolutely fantastic. I went around the whole vehicle. I was just checking for scratches or anything that might have been out of alignment that jumped out at me. The standard thing on these particular vehicles, on the right hand side rear lights was down a fraction, but other than that it looked like it was in really good condition. There was no faults that I could see, and I've since had a good look around it and I can't find anything dramatically wrong. So it's fantastic, very exciting. As I said, it didn't take long. One of my problems I had with it is that I've never driven one before, and so therefore I had to sit in the vehicle for a good 20 minutes or so just to work out how to move the vehicle. And I'd watched the videos, but it's different watching the videos online than being in the vehicle pressing the buttons yourself. So it was a great experience, but I think they could work on that. Well, hi there and welcome to Tesla Electron from my brand new Model 3. Well, it was an exciting day yesterday trying to get everything organized and all of those things, and I did a few little videos here and there, but I didn't do a huge amount because it was just simply all too much for me at the time. For me, I was purchasing my Model 3 sight unseen. Not only that, I'd never been actually driven one, but I'd watched many of the other YouTubers. Shout out to Adam, thank you for your referral code. Thank you, because it got me that extra 1,500 free supercharger miles, which is fantastic. I was able to go to Broadway that Tesla Tom had mentioned on his live stream last week. He runs a live stream on Thursday nights, and so he mentioned that. So we went there because we only had 60% power, and so we went there, and I was able to speak with a young lady there who was able to show me how to use the supercharger. Again, I've not done any of these things. I don't have any friends that own Tesla. It certainly has been a journey. I've just set up my wife's setup here on the front dash pad. Eventually I'll buy a second GoPro and we'll put it up on the roof here, and then we can have two going. But I've probably spent my quota in the last couple of months. I've put solar on the roof, as I've said. I've now got the Type 2 charger. I charged last night for the first time on my own Type 2 charger. It was probably at about 60% by the time we got back home and did a bit of driving around. And it took probably 4 hours to go to 100%. This is an LFP battery. Now, according to the research I've done, I should be able to charge this battery to 100% without any drama at all. Please let me know in the comments below if you know whether that's true, wrong, or indifferent. That would be great. So I'll do some more video today and we'll see how we get on. Hi there, welcome back to Tesla Electron. Keith here, and I've got my lovely wife Dianne in the car with me. And this is our second day with the Tesla Model 3. So, oops, we've already made a couple of mistakes. I accidentally deleted Dianne's key.
It's definitely your car.
Yeah, it's my car now. We did set up the phone key for Dianne and myself, so we've still got that, but we've now only got one key, because it turns out that to add the key back in, guess what? You've got to take it back to Tesla to get them to add the card back in. So much for the contactless handover. The problem with it was that it showed up on in my locks as unknown.
Well, there were 2 unknown keys.
Yes, so I deleted one, thinking I nearly deleted them both. Thank goodness.
But really, I think the 2 unknown keys were our keys, but they haven't been named.
No, that's right. And it's still, even though I've named now one of them, the one we know that works, it's still showing up as unknown.
Name, but then unknown next to it. Yeah.
Which is, to me, a bit stupid.
Yeah.
Because from a security's perspective, unknown is a problem. It's the same with the Tesla that connects to my phone. It's connected through a very unusual number, which, you know, rings bells of hackers and all sorts of things. I know it's the phone. I know it's the car connecting to my phone, but it also stops things. If you're connected to your car, you can't connect to, I haven't been able to connect to other things. So I'm not quite sure what that's all about.
And then you can change profiles when you're driving, because I changed, your profile was on when you're driving, and I was trying to connect my phone to play music from my phone, so I connected on my profile and it went to my profile while you're driving.
Yes.
And changed all the settings.
It's changed all the settings.
So don't do that.
So don't do that.
Don't do that, and don't delete your key.
And of course I've got some wheel rash as well. Yep. 2 days I've had the car, 2 whole days, and I've got rim rash on the front left of the vehicle. This vehicle is a lot bigger than I'm used to driving.
And you're an ex-driving instructor.
Anyway, don't go. I'll edit that. No need to tell them that. That's just embarrassing. So, you know, look, it's just, there are some things to learn about the vehicle. So
Technology overload.
Yeah, we are struggling a little bit with that, as you said, the technology overload. There's so much about the car to learn and to set up and to configure, and there's no...
It wasn't a great setup. It wasn't a great, what do you call it? After sales service?
Yeah, what really should happen? Sure, do a contactless setup, but then one of their reps should call you in the vehicle and say, "Hello, Keith, what would you like to set up? How can we help you?" And then we could go through all the basic setups, you know, parking, auto pilot, all that sort of stuff. All of that's got to be configured, and we had no help to do any of that. And sure, it's all well and good to get out there on YouTube, because there's a million videos. Thank you, and a shout out to all those YouTubers that we've frantically looked at the last couple of days.
Even I have.
Even Dianne,
I'm not a YouTuber.
It's no choice, isn't it? Because it's this contactless. So I'm not knocking Tesla for that. It's something they've had to do in our state. But
I'm not impressed.
They're not. No, Diane's not impressed.
I'm not a Tesla guru. I'm not impressed. Even when we picked up the car, they only 50% charged it. And then we had to go
60%.
60%. And then we had to go and find a charger somewhere, driving a new car in the city.
Yeah, and it's an expensive new car.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if that's just us, because we're not used to having vehicles of this type.
I expect full service.
You expect, Dianne expects full service. So, you know, look, there has been some things, and
I'm sure in a couple of weeks we'll be absolute experts, but right now the start of the journey has not been so good.
No, it's been a bit of a jump in and see how you go.
Yeah, trial and error.
And in which case I've deleted one of my keys, and I'm going to have to go back to Tesla to get that put back in. That's us moving. So I'm going to drive now. So yeah, so there's a few things.
If you're used to driving a big SUV, you're not going to have a problem with the width of the vehicle and things like that. It was a lot wider than I expected, even though I measured it. I don't know, I just had a smaller footprint in my thinking, hence why I ended up with the rim rash. If anyone knows of a good solution for rim rash, please put it in the comments.